So hi and welcome to the Eyelash Excellence channel. Let's firstly talk about who we are. So we are a UK based brand that ships internationally, and we are very passionate about only sourcing and retailing the best quality adhesives out there that are also affordable. So please come and check us out at eyelashexcellence.com. And don't forget to follow us. And without further ado, let's get into this subject that we're going to discuss today. So a question that you may see asked on a lot of forums, or if you are somebody that is wearing eyelash extensions, is why are my eyes burning when I get my lashes wet? And this is something that could be for several reasons, which we're going to discuss now. Now, sadly, if you search through the internet or you go onto YouTube and you ask this question, you are going to be presented with a load of information or videos of horror stories of people having eyelash extensions and then having reactions of their eyes burning, etc., etc. And this does absolutely no favours for our industry whatsoever, which already has a bad reputation, not helped by a lot of lash artists doing this treatment who are trained incorrectly or just don't care about what they're doing, or are using products that are not technically safe. Because if you have a good set of eyelash extensions done with a good product, then it's very unlikely to have any of these issues. Of course, they can happen through no fault of the technician and through no fault of the person having them done, but like I said, it's very unusual. So the first reason that you might find that either your own lashes are stinging or your client's lashes are stinging when they're getting them wet is a sensitivity to the adhesive. Now, there's a big difference between a reaction to lashes and a sensitivity to lashes, and that we'll discuss in another video. Now, very quickly, if you have a reaction, you're more likely to have a full-blown reaction. So there's going to be a load of swelling around the eye area, it can go all over the face, etc. Whereas if you have a sensitivity, it can just be mild stinging. Now, sensitivities can occur to any product or any food or anything that we come into contact with on a daily basis. You know, you could be somebody that is intolerant to sugar, so you'll have a sensitivity when you eat sugar. You could be somebody that has a sensitivity to certain face creams. I know I'm one of them, to makeups, etc. And again, eyelash extensions are no different, because any product that we come into contact with could cause sensitivities to that individual person. So if you are a client who is finding that when you get your lashes wet, what happens is when water can come into contact with the lash adhesive, it can reactivate it, because lash adhesive uses moisture to help with the cure. So it actually can reactivate it, just causing it to release some vapours. And when the vapours are wet, they will actually attach to the eyeball, and this is when you'll get a little bit of stinging. Now, some clients don't have any problems with this whatsoever, whereas some clients might be a little bit sensitive to this. Now, if this does happen to you, you can usually rectify this by giving the lashes a good wash. So you just need to wash all of those vapours off, and you should find that that will do the trick. You can also take an antihistamine. You might find that that works. If it does, brilliant. If it doesn't, so if you've taken antihistamines, you've been washing your lashes and you're still getting this, it's very likely that you have a sensitivity to lash adhesive. And guys, if you do have a sensitivity to any product, you need to stay away from it, because it's your body telling you that it doesn't like that product. It doesn't mean that product's potentially dangerous, it's just that it's not suited to your body. So please don't try to persevere with something that is going to make your body sick. You know, if you know there's a food that your body doesn't like, we don't keep eating it, we try and avoid it. So guys, I know that a lot of us do want to have lashes, and that if we do, and we're one of the unlucky ones that have a sensitivity to it, please listen to your body and avoid that product. So that could be the first reason as to why you are finding that your lashes are stinging when they get them wet. Now, the second reason could be improper cleaning. So many years ago, when lash extensions were new, we were told never ever to get our lashes wet, to never clean them. And looking back on this, we think, oh my God, like imagine if we never washed our faces or our hair or our body. It is a breeding ground for bacteria. So this is why we actually saw a lot of cases of blepharitis, which is an eye infection associated with lash extensions, when they were new to the industry, because people weren't cleaning them. And people thought that eyelash extensions caused blepharitis. Now, this isn't the case. So eyelash extensions don't cause blepharitis, it's the lack of cleaning that causes blepharitis. So as long as you are cleaning your lashes as directed by your lash therapist, then you really shouldn't have an issue with this. So if you're failing to clean your lashes and you're finding that when you get your lashes wet, they're stinging, it's probably likely to all of that makeup buildup that is in there that is then running out of your lashes and running into your eyes. So this means that you do need to keep your lashes clean, and we do have a video on this on the Eyelash Excellence channel, which will show you how to clean your lashes properly. Now, the other reason why this could be happening is to do with poor lash adhesives being used. Now, sadly, lash extensions are pretty much unregulated in a lot of countries. And this means that it's very easy for us to buy lash adhesives off the internet that don't meet certain regulations. Now, the problem that we have is because lashes are global, every country has its own different regulations. Now, with Eyelash Excellence being in the UK, we have different regulations to other countries. And although we ship our products internationally, we actually have a lot stricter regulations here in the UK because we were part of the EU. So we have very, very strict EU regulations. And actually, EU regulations do supersede those across the globe. So some people might think, well, that's a real pain in the backside because it means that we're very limited as to what we can use and as a suppliers what we can sell. But actually, if you look at this on the bigger spectrum and have in your mind that client care and client safety is the most important, I think this is a brilliant thing for the UK in the EU industry because it means that the products that we are selling are actually the safest across the globe. Because a lot of our products that we buy for lash extensions actually come out of countries, usually Korea and China, which have different regulations to what we have here in the UK. So our regulations are very, very strict. So it means that in the UK, we actually cannot legally buy our products that are classed as cosmetics, things like glues, from outside the UK or outside the EU because they don't meet our strict regulations. And this takes me on to talking about lash adhesive. Now, there's a product that is used in a lot of lash adhesives called Hydroquinone, and I hope I've said that right. And this is a product which is actually a skin lightening cream. And they put it in lash adhesive to help as a stabiliser in there, so it stops the glue going off too quickly. And in the UK, this is actually banned if over a certain percentage. So when we developed our brand many years ago, and we were looking at buying adhesives in, we could find very, very cheap adhesives outside the UK and we could private label them and we could sell them. But actually, when we looked at the safety regulations on them, although they met what they call international standards, which actually doesn't mean anything, but a lot of suppliers from outside your country will throw that in there and then pretend that it's safe across the globe. It didn't meet the strict EU or UK regulations because it had very, very high levels of stabilisers in there. And these stabilisers are actually what can cause a lot of these sensitivities or reactions that we see. So in our industry, it's actually believed that it's the cyanoacrylate, which is the sticky stuff in our glue that causes reaction. So people believe it's the cyanoacrylate, but a lot of the times it's not. It's all the different added stabilisers in the different glues because every glue, of course, has the main compound in there, which is cyanoacrylate, but it has lots of different stabilisers added in there which can then obviously cause reactions in certain clients. It's a bit like face creams. You know, you could be fine with one face cream, but another one could have so many different things added in there that you just don't get on with that one. And lash glue can be very, very similar. So we found that most of the adhesives that we were hoping to buy in, because they were quite cheap from outside the UK, had this product in it at very, very high levels, which meant that we were then stumped because we couldn't buy cheap adhesives from outside the UK like a lot of suppliers do, put their private label on them, whack them up for a massive profit, and off you go. So it means that we actually have all of our adhesives made by a UK company, and it means that they have all the safety regulations in there and they have none of these nasty stabilisers in there, which a lot of the time are the culprit for causing reactions, sensitivities, or things like stinging. So you may find that if your clients are washing their lashes, are taking antihistamines and are not sensitive to the adhesives, it's very, very likely to do with the stabilisers that are added into those adhesives, which then seep out when the lashes get wet. So this is another reason, guys, why you must really, really understand where your adhesives come from. And it's really frightening because if you're in the industry, you'll go through a lot of forums like we do at Eyelash Excellence, and we see so many glues being recommended on these forums across the globe, and even in the UK. And there's even UK shops selling adhesives that we know at Eyelash Excellence are not safe to be sold on the UK market. You know, go on to any place like eBay, Amazon, just to mention a few. Again, you're going to be seeing adhesives on there that are being sold that we know are not safe. But sadly, because we're pretty much unregulated when it comes to buying in products, just because you can buy it, it doesn't mean it's safe. And this is why, guys, you have to be so very careful about where you buy your products from. Please, please, please go to good lash suppliers that are specialists, that will help you if you send them a message and will tell you about whether their adhesives are safe or not. And you've got to be able to trust them. You've got to be able to trust that these lash suppliers know about lashes, you know, have people in their team that are lash artists that use these products on their own clients, that wear them on themselves to test them, that know all of the ingredients and the science and the safety behind them. Because when we're using a product that's on the client's eyes, we have to know that what we're using is completely safe. And sadly, through ignorance or lack of education, there are so many lash artists out there that are just buying these glues in and either just trying to go for the cheap option or the super strong option, or thinking that they're buying a safe glue because it's available on the internet. But actually, they don't know that what they're buying is actually safe. And it's really, really terrifying to be able to see that this can still go on. So, to round all of that up, those are the three reasons why the lashes could be burning when they're getting wet. Make sure you are buying your adhesives from good suppliers, even if you don't have strict regulations in your country, because client safety is so paramount. And if you are working with good adhesives, you are very, very unlikely to have these issues that you are seeing posted on forums, that if you go through YouTube, you will just see a big, big long list of videos of people that have got red eyes and lashes that are stinging and all of this. So we have to be very, very careful. So I do hope that this video has assisted you in maybe understanding why your clients' lashes are burning. If you are looking for good quality adhesives, some of the highest quality adhesives across the globe, please come and visit us at the Eyelash Excellence shop, because we're very, very passionate about providing quality, affordable, completely safe products to the market, and that can be used on clients, and you have 100% confidence that what you are using is safe. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe to us and check out our other videos, and we do hope to see you at the next one.